got a good number of things to hopefully get done today. Looking at hanging up the cab, putting in some new plywood, resealing some over cab windows, ripping up the old countertop, and ripping out the old oven. We're never going to use the oven.
So I was reading the sign, it looks like a new restaurant is going in here. And then there's a whole bunch of weave on the ground. Looks like someone had a good night last night.
Poljubiła enkratle, o Glendora żywlenie wydał za ty.
So just got to the camper. I think the first thing I'm going to tackle this morning is resealing this window here, as well as the other window around the corner right here. I've already done this window and this window last weekend since they were definitely leaking. This is the trouble with not having a garage or anywhere to put your things. It's all just stored in here, and you've got to spend the first like 10 minutes or so each day rearranging and figuring out what project to work on first. This window is looking pretty funky here. Definitely a leak of some sort coming from this seal. I'm not too sure you can see that in the time lapse, but this whole board just like blew apart because of how dry rotted it is. And just how rotted it is, you can see down here. Just how nasty this wood is. So I'm gonna have to rip up this whole panel. Got that panel off. It's pretty interesting to see how they insulated the Sunraider. It looked like they ran some boards and then just put some foam insulation to keep some of the heat cool inside of the vehicle. It's pretty much par for the course with this project so far. You do one thing and you find another thing to add to your list and hopefully fix up later. This time it's with this carpeting. It's all nasty and funky from the water getting in to the overcab area. I don't think I'm going to try to tackle ripping this out today. I think I'm going to save that for another weekend and actually properly reupholster. Just look at how old that caulking is. This is definitely where the leak had to have been coming in before. Time to rip out this window. You can just see it's yellowed over time. So I'm going to take care of this here real quick. Just got the second window out and cleaned. I'm thinking I might leave them completely out. This cross breeze is pretty nice right now. Alright, so both the windows are in. The last step, caulking. I'm not entirely sure if this fridge actually even works, but it's good enough to keep a Gatorade cold. All that was quickly patching up and spraying this stuff called Rust-Oleum leak seal. Whoever added the little awning that catches the rain from falling on you while you exit drilled straight through the fiberglass and didn't properly seal it. Hey, so I just finished caulking the rest of the outside windows that needed it, as well as the taillights and the shore power port. Literally had just enough caulk to finish the entire outside of the vehicle, which is awesome. Man, this goes without saying, but those white rims are looking pretty good. Headed off to Home Depot now. Got a few things to pick up, primarily some marine grade plywood to redo the flooring underneath the bench seat. Hopefully it's a fairly straightforward process. Successful trip to Home Depot. You can see I got all the wood, then a whole bunch of other screws that should hopefully fit these cabinets. These are the best thing to hold these by far. I believe this is everything I need to refinish this floor right down here. So I think I've got a bit of a problem. I was trying to cut some wood to reinforce underneath here since there's some gaps, especially back towards here along the side. And this one board was way too big to try to fit in there. So I tried to cut it in half, but my saw doesn't go deep enough. But I think I might have a solution. After way too much sweat, now I think the floor is finally ready and replaced. So while sawing, my little socket set fell off the bench and exploded everywhere. You can see like nothing's in place. Wonderful. I've worked up a bit of a sweat from sanding the bathroom floor back down and finishing that off, so I need to go in, wash my hands so I can install these cupboards finally. I had a buzzer I need to install for when I leave my lights on, since I've done that twice already. Where is it? This little guy. Wow, that's loud. This should be hopefully rather straightforward. I just got to make sure that the headlight and I believe the cigarette lighter. So check this out. I'm going to connect the fuse with the voltmeter for the headlights and then turn the headlights on. So this is why my batteries have been draining so quickly. It's because I leave my headlights on and they take just about 1.5 volts to run. So now here's a big lesson for the day. Just because you think that the hinges are small enough, they probably aren't. Everything in an RV is built for a reason, spaced for a reason. I put hinges on this thinking I could hide them away on the inside here. Fits with these cutouts perfectly fine. However, the thing is, now when the door tries to close, it hits this drawer right here. Here's another lesson from the cabinets. Always, always, always double count how many you have, especially when painting them different colors. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3 here, and then over on this side, we have 4 and 5 up top. However, if we do a quick count of the green ones that are going up top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I was wondering why I was missing a blue cabinet for this spot down here. Here's the culprit. Time for another lesson with installing cabinets in an RV. This is the original hinge. You can see that the pin and the cylinder are offset from the wall. So this in this hole screw into the wall, and this part goes to the back of the actual cabinet, so you open it like this. However, the hinges I got are slightly different in the way that they open. So listen to this. Looks like I might have to go back to the drawing board and see if I can get some different hinges sometime this week.